Hello. This article is in the Herald, which is a Scottish newspaper, but we'll forgive them for that, won't we? And it's about Lorraine Kelly, who is a talk show host on ITV, and Dr. Hilary Jones, who is a resident medical expert. He's been expounding on matters medical on the mainstream media for, ages and ages, maybe 30 years. Well, that feels like ages and ages to me. All right, now, before I carry on, of course, like, share, subscribe. I am Grannyopteryx on Rumble, BitChute and Minds.com. On YouTube, I'm Demirep, although Grannyopteryx will catch me there as well because I've got that in my details. And if you are watching this on YouTube and think you're subscribed to me, just check that out, because I keep getting messages from people saying that they've been unsubscribed without knowing about it. Okay, so this is the headline. ITV Lorraine issued Ofcom warning over Dr. Hilary's false COVID remarks. ITV has been issued a warning by Ofcom following a COVID segment with Dr. Hilary Jones on morning show Lorraine. The Scots have always had a reputation for very, very good English, but this is a little bit weird. There's another mistake further down, I think. The broadcaster has been told to take greater care after Dr. Hilary shared inaccurate vaccine statistics in December. The programme attracted 3,833 complaints. Now, I want to tell you about the complaining process, because it's well known that people get really angry about stuff and then they forget about it 10 minutes later and they never get round to writing that complaint. It was a sort of given that if you get 3 letters of complaint in whatever medium it was, you've got to think about things. And if you get 10, you've got to start worrying. 10. Now, this attracted nearly 4,000 complaints. And I'm quite sure it was complaints from people like you who keep an eye on things on the internet, because you're not getting the message through mainstream media, and you'll see in a minute how this operates. So it got 3,833 complaints from viewers over a discussion about the number of unvaccinated COVID-19 patients in hospital. The segment on December the 6th, 2021, saw host Lorraine Kelly and resident medical expert Dr. Hilary encouraged viewers, I think they mean at this point encouraging viewers, to accept the offer of a coronavirus vaccination. A clarification was broadcast on the show 2 days later, explaining the statistic related to patients in intensive care units rather than the proportion of unvaccinated COVID-19 patients in hospital. Why did ITV viewers complain? It says here. Because it was wrong. And because I'm quite sure it's people who've been on the internet, who do their own research and who get outraged by the media's inaccurate blunderbuss technique of information giving. ITV viewers lodged complaints after ITV's resident medical expert shared inaccurate information. He said, those people who haven't been vaccinated, we'd really love you to think again and be vaccinated, because 90% of people in hospital are unvaccinated right now with COVID. Well, apart from the weird English, what he appears to be saying is that 90% of everybody who has COVID and is in hospital because of that is an unvaccinated person, which is completely wrong. And the point is that he knew it. He must have known it. He's supposed to be a doctor. He is actually, as far as I know, a practicing doctor. Now, he may have been just sloppy in what he was saying, although a doctor should not get sloppy with that sort of information. But Lorraine Kelly also should have pulled him up on that. Even if she is too dumb to know what the real figures are, she has this thing in her ear. When you see a talk show host sparring with a guest in any way, you have to realize that the guest is not just talking to the talk show host. The guest is also talking to the team in the production office. And they can give the host extra information, extra statistics, make the host look really clever when the host is as dumb as a brick. I'm not suggesting that Miss Kelly is as dumb as a brick, by the way. I'm just saying that when Dr. Jones said that, Kelly should have picked him up, or the production team should have picked him up. But nobody did. And he shouldn't have said it in the first place. He should have picked himself up. Now, what do they say next? So, on Monday, media watchdog Ofcom ruled it would not be launching a formal investigation. In a statement, Ofcom said, this programme incorrectly referenced the proportion of unvaccinated COVID-19 patients in hospital. We have told ITV that greater care should be taken by trusted medical experts when presenting facts and figures on public health issues. So, you've been naughty. Don't do that again. However, given official statistics and research have consistently shown that vaccination against COVID-19 offers greater protection against serious health consequences, we do not consider that the error was sufficient to materially mislead viewers on this main point of discussion. Well, I respectfully beg to differ. It is a materially misleading error. And Dr. Jones shouldn't have made it. And I'm just bringing this to your attention because I want you to think about how Ofcom would, or even the Twitterati, would have reacted if Dr. Hillary had made that same error in the other direction. Lorraine Kelly would have had a Twitter storm, the like of which we have never seen before, bursting about her ears from all sorts of concerned citizens and organisations. Dr. Hillary might very well have been threatened with being struck off. And if you remember, I just happened to mention something about, I can't say, people below the age of majority. I just happened to make a remark that were probably not going to help too much. That was just the remark I made. And YouTube issued me with the warning that next time I'd be completely deplatformed. So just imagine this, and then Dr. Hillary comes out with this stuff. It's a message that's being pushed by consensus, and even when the errors are made, they are made only in one direction. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.